Hey guys, this is just a test run for later, but I'm just gonna make sure that I can make this work before we get to the actual run. So you don't have to stick around if you don't want to, but I need to try to figure out the chat and stuff. I guess one thing we can do. It's a little weird because I feel like it's delayed quite a bit. If you can hear me, like type in the text chat. Oh, you know what? It's definitely just not. Let's do. Why is it not? I can't get it to share my screen. It's just wanting to do. Okay, that looks like it works actually. So we'll do it that way. We'll do it like this. Sorry for you guys like waiting. If y'all want to, y'all can start giving me cards that y'all want to go over. Basically, what we're gonna do is a market watch. And it's going to be based completely off your picks. This is the first time I've live streamed, so I'm trying to figure out the software. So I apologize for it being very messy. I was looking at a few cards actually earlier today. And I think I want to go over hobby leagues. Let's see. This one specifically. If you haven't seen these before, I'm trying to. They're going for around like $8. You can get a playset here for $8.99 shipping. But there aren't too many copies available. If you look around, it quickly goes up to $14 on the second page. So if you don't have these yet, I would pick these up. but I'm interested to see what cards y'all are going to bring for me to take a look at. Look up Hobby League. Honestly surprised how cheap Hobby League is in general. Like even the most expensive one being Monster Reborn is $70. These have been printed in like probably 12 to 15 years at least. I guess one thing I will note though is if you are going to be picking these up, I wouldn't focus too much on like what you can play in the meta. I would just go more for like collector's cards or like GOAT cards, just because you can't play these. So it doesn't matter. Like if you were to pick up Reinforcement of the Army, you can't play it anyways. So there's no point in getting that. I mean, it is a collector's card as well, but like I wouldn't get it in the hopes of playing it. But Grady is actually my favorite one. These have been sitting around. These are actually really, really cheap. These have been sitting around this price for a long time. I think probably a lot of people have these. So like whenever people do buy them, they just people just list more. But yeah, the price history is going down. This says 35. So yeah, I mean, they really have been around 35 for a long time. I guess too, since we just heard about Ghosts from the Past, let's take a look at some of the cards that are getting reprinted. I know we looked at them last night, and they're already down quite a bit. That's the wrong one. So we're looking at like $43 on the original and $35 on the reprint. I wouldn't buy these yet, though. They're going to continue to go down, especially once we actually do have the reprint in hand. This will probably be $15, and the original will probably hold some value, like 25, maybe 30 for the first editions, but it won't be anywhere near this. Another card that got reprinted is Fibrox. And it is going for around $42 for Light Play First Edition. I still wouldn't get this either because it's going to get printed in the same rarity, and this will drop below $25 most likely. There's no reason to spend this kind of money unless you like absolutely have to play it. I really want to play it as well, but I'm just going to keep waiting. Alubur, let's see what's going on here. These are actually going back up. They're in the 80 to 85 range, which is insane. I can't believe people are buying this. I guess people just haven't heard that this is getting reprinted. But yeah, I would not be spending 80 on this, guys. I would definitely wait because you'll probably be able to get these ultra rares for like $10 to $15 a piece, I would imagine. A lot of people are going to open up this set, so there's going to be a ton of copies available. I also do want to look at some of the branded cards to see how they're getting affected. When I looked at branded opening, it was up to $10. So it looks like branded opening is going for $9, and then it bottoms out to 10. But there are quite a bit of copies here for $9.78. I really hope that you picked them up before now because this is a lot of money for a super rare, honestly. Quartus, I think, is also going for 9 to 10. So there's one for 9, and then it's up to 11. I wouldn't be surprised to see these just keep inching up. I don't know if Dramaturge is actually played or not, but this is also around $8 to $10. When this came out, it was going for like 3 or 4, so it's up quite a bit as well. Branded and Red is another one that I'm expecting to go up quite a bit. Let's see. Yeah, it's $4. There were some left for like 2 and 3 yesterday. Yeah, I mean it's bottoming out at $5, and I imagine a lot of people are getting off work today, and yeah, see the price rate. People are probably getting off work today, and just finding out because I think the news just got released last night, so people might have been going to bed and going to work today and not realizing that these cards have gotten reprinted, and now a lot of attention is probably shifting to these cards that won't be reprinted. Masquerade. I'm expecting this card to continue to go as well because this card's insane for the deck. Honestly, $9 is really not too bad, but I imagine this will probably settle in around 14 or 15. Yeah, looks like second page we're at $15. We'll probably get these before they sell out to $15. I mean, $15 is quite a lot. Another one would be Guardian Chimera. This is probably going to be the most expensive deck we've seen in a long time. I can't remember the last time we've seen a deck this expensive. I mean, don't get me wrong, base is definitely expensive, but this is going to be insane. You need 2 of these, by the way, and these are 42. Unfortunately, I did order one of these at $17, but it was about 13 days ago, and I haven't received it yet. So there's a chance that because it was the last copy available for 17 before it hit 35. So there's a chance they saw where the price was going and they just canceled it and didn't tell me. And then they'll probably just say they got lost in the mail. But these are going up to 44. Don't be surprised if this card starts hitting $55. So I mean, it sucks that you have to pay this much money, but it's not going to go back down. Okay, yeah, we will look at Dragoon then, Fetch. Yeah, it seems like I looked a few hours too, and it looks like all of these cards, which weren't really moving too much during the day, I think like people just got off work and then started buying stuff out. So for the Ultra Rare Dragoon, we have a couple here at 102. And then we're looking at 110, 111. Yeah, this is going up quick too. Keep in mind this does get a reprint in the Mega 10s, but for people want to play, branded, this the next couple of weeks when it comes out 4/15, people aren't going to care what's coming out in the Mega 10s. They're just going to buy whatever they need to. Let's look at Fluanderies as well. I feel like these are going to start going up. I think some of these, I think people are starting to list these though, honestly, because I think I came on her earlier and there was only like 95 in pin left. So we have one of these Advents at 1450, and then it's 14. These are actually really good prices. If you don't have yours, I would get them because I think that these will slowly move up. I don't know that they'll get bought out because this deck has been out for a while. There's not too much excitement, but I think that it's going to become a very affordable deck in the near future. So people are going to want to play these cards. And then M-Pin, I think, is still like $9, $8.50. It's not too bad. There's actually not a lot of movement around Flanders, as far as I can tell. I mean, there's definitely a lot of copies selling. Let's see. These are starting to disappear. At least they were earlier when I looked. Let's see. $153 copy, and then and then it's at $55, which is about up $6 or $7 from earlier this week. Oh, I think the Starlight Dark is like kind of starting to leave as well. I've been wanting to pick one of these up, but I think I've just waited too long at this point. I should have got one at $225. This is actually a pretty decent price right here, but it depends on what they mean by light play, because I ordered a light play Starlight Rare. It was Lunar Eclipse, Book of Lunar Eclipse, and there was like actually kind of like a big dent on one edge, so I wouldn't consider that light play. Yeah, these are quickly going to 300 and bottoming out 375. So if you are really wanting this, I mean, it's probably your last chance. All the other Charmers are up in the 400s. I want to look at this set as a whole, though. I noticed Dynamorphia Starlight Rares are moving as well. These are getting low on copies. There's only 38 of Guardian Chimera, and Guardian Chimera is officially past Illusion of Chaos, which is pretty crazy. Yeah, Dynamorph's starting to go up a little bit. Let's see. These are going for, I think there's like one here for $1.10, but then these are $2 for the regular super rare dark. This is just a really good card with DPE running around. Just be able to steal their DPE is insane. We'll look at Ice Dragon's Prison as well. I think it has moved. Maybe not today, but I think whenever the reprint came out, it was going for like $6.50 to $7, and I think it is up towards 10 now. We'll look at both copies because it's kind of a toss-up which one is like going to be more preferred. I technically like the ultra rare better, but some people might not feel the same way. So it's $10. And yeah, if you look at the price chart for, since the end of January, it was at $7.50, and we're up, almost to a $10 market price. I assume that these would start moving because I think this card's gonna be pretty good. And then the ultra rare, I think, is probably at $11. There's copies at 10 here, and these probably move up pretty quickly because there's just not a lot of these on the market. Oh, you know what else would be good to look at probably, though, is the Brave engine. Let's just do Grand Creators because that's going to be easier because they all have different names. I'm surprised these didn't get bought out because I think a lot of the versions of Branded that I've seen are playing the Brave engine. and it just seems like now that the deck as a whole is a lot cheaper, it seems like people would be jumping on these. These have definitely went up because these were going for 125 or like 128, 130 the other day. So rights, I think, are probably going towards 60. Yeah, 58. So these have gone up a little bit. There were some copies last night for around 52 to 53. But right is usually a little bit more expensive than Water Enchantress. So Water Enchantress, $47. That's like really, really good. If you need a copy, I would get that for sure. These will definitely go up towards the 55 mark. That's kind of where they like to sit. And then let's see what else in this set's moving. Torrentials at 50 is good. So is Strike. The Zactor stuff is dirt cheap. These are moving up a little bit, it seems like, because these were at $10 flat when I got mine. Fateful Adventure at $1. Exo Sister at $4. Honestly, Thatch, I probably, if you're talking about IDP, I probably wouldn't wait. If you're talking about like Water Enchantress, then I definitely would not wait. Let's see. What else do y'all want to look at? I'm not thinking of very many other cards that might be affected. I guess Super Poly would probably be good. These are starting to come back down, actually. That's not too bad. I did end up selling mine when they spiked up. But, yeah, it's going to be interesting to see if they go back down towards like 120 to 130. I would probably pick them back up at that point, but I don't know. We'll have to see. The OTS Super Rares, I remember talking about these when these were $4 like a week ago. Now, that's not terrible, I guess. But I mean, honestly, I wouldn't pay more than $5 for this. But it bottoms out at $18. And then the ultra rare from Dual Devastator is a little over $4, which is crazy because I haven't seen this card over like $250 in a while. But Super Poly kind of stays between like $250 and $5, at least for the Dual Devastator. It'll be interesting to see if this will end up going over $5. I think if it goes over $5, then it'll kind of be a springboard, but it's definitely moving up quick. Let's see if Ash Blossom is kind of cooling off or not. Definitely not. There's still around $30 for every version. And the secret rare, I think, is like $120 for first edition. So like 85 for near mint unlim. We're looking at 130 for light play, and then 131 for near mint first edition. That's insane. No worries, Thatch. I figured you meant IDP since you're just saying a playset, not a package. But I just wanted to make sure. I also want to look at Ghost Bell because This hasn't gotten much attention in a while, but this was like a $75 first edition card not too long ago, for the secret rare at least. $43 for Unlim. That's insane. I remember when I bought an Unlim for $15 like a year ago. And first editions, let's see, probably 65, 55 for light plate. That's actually really, really good. Let's see. Near mint's probably our 65, I think. Nope, a little over 75. Yeah, you're better off getting the light plate first edition, honestly, and saving yourself $20. I appreciate y'all's patience. Since this is like the first stream I've tried to do, I tried to do it with just doing the YouTube stream, but you can't share your screen or anything, so it's like pretty much useless. So I just decided to download a different stream service, and it kind of just like plays through YouTube, but it allows me to share my screen, which is nice. But definitely strange to get used to. As far as other cards, I do want to look at Forbidden Droplet because I haven't looked at it since the reprint has been announced. Ultimate rares still, I mean, these hover between like 275 and 300. So they're at 300 flat, but surprisingly, there's not too many there. And then they get a 345. And then secret rare from Rise of the Duelist, you're looking at 130. That's not terrible, but like, I mean, no one wants to pay that much. And Brothers of Legend finally moving back down to like the 95 mark. Gamma ultra rares are at 30. Super rares are, this says 5, but I looked earlier and they're really like towards 7 or 8. And then the premium gold, these are going for around $4 as well, with a few cheaper copies like here and there. It's kind of weird. I don't understand how they sort the listings. It says by price and shipping, but I feel like sometimes that doesn't make sense, because this is $3.99, whereas this is obviously more than $3.99 because it's got 78 cent shipping. Let's see, what else do we want to look at? I kind of want to take a look back at Hidden Arsenal. I bet you this stuff has fallen out quite a bit because, I mean, no one's really looking at this set. Still $11 per box. Skill Drain's at 19. Strato's fallen out to 5. That's good. These have fallen out to 274. The Shining Flare Wingmans, which is good. Really, the only thing holding any kind of value still is like polymerization, like as far as like where it started at. I can't believe Lava Cubes are $3. That's stupid. Lava Golems, like those are pretty cheap too. Everything in the set's extremely cheap. But yeah, I mean, I don't think anybody's really looking at this set right now. There's just nothing in here that's competitive except for Skill Train. I guess some people are playing Poly though with Despia stuff, which seems weird. I haven't seen people play Poly in forever. I'm checking on Axis Code Talker as well. Try to get through like all the competitive staples. These have been like going up for a long time. So 110 light play. Near mints, I think, are near 125. 120. That's crazy. And the gold rares are like at $58 to $60. And then what else do we want to look at? Let's look at Verte Anaconda. Gold rares at around 920 to 950. Ultra rares at 18, 19. The ultra rares are going up because those had settled down to like 13 or 14 for a little while. Yeah, it's not really showing here. When did this buy her? That's weird. What else can we look at? Let's look at infinite impermanence. So I did look at the secret rares earlier. Light play first edition's 58, near mint unlimited's like 45, and first edition's like 65. Definitely a good pickup. And all the ultra rares are around 15. And are the super rares really $9? They don't have any set. It's still around $10, $11. Look at Destroyer, Phoenix, Enforcer too. These we definitely won't get to the Mega 10s at least. $95 is not too bad. I mean, this card has been between like 80 and 100 for a long time. I don't feel like 95 is anything crazy. It's like to be expected. The Ulti Fusion Destinies are down. If you didn't know, they're like $85 now. But if you are wanting to pick these up, I would be very, very careful because this could get limited to one, and this will not crash, but it will definitely go down a little bit more. Hopefully it doesn't get banned. We'll look at talents. The secret rares I know are around $50, and the ultra rares look like they're around 20. These have just stayed pretty solid. I guess Crossout too we can look at. I think Crossouts are probably going to start moving soon. They have been, a lot of copies have been selling. There's just a lot of them on the market, so the price hasn't been reflected in sales. 3250. Yeah, I mean, it seems like if you look at the sales history, like a ton of these sell. Like, look how many sold just today. That's like probably 20 to 24 copies, I would say, sold today, and like the price is still the same. Yeah, like you have people like this that have like, you know, a lot of copies of these. It's pretty much the only card of notable value from the 10 of Ancient Battles, except for, I mean, there's a few cards that there's only one that's over 20 or at 20, which is, well, this one's over 20, but then you also have Triple Tactics, which is at 20, and then everything else is under 20. But we'll take a look at this set to see if anything's moving. Looks like the 10s are kind of moving up a little bit in price because there were definitely some 10s for like 135 to 150. Now it's saying low is just almost 160. IDPs still going for like 9. We just checked on those. AA Zeus 15. This is going up a little bit. This had gone down to 11. So nothing major. It just seems like things are inching up a little bit. These are starting to move a little bit as well. The Tri-Brigade stuff is always good to have because that stuff is just going to just hold a decent value, and they're just so cheap. Everything else is really cheap in this set. Oh yeah, I know another card we can look at. There's not really much more to mention in here. Parallel Exceed, I would definitely recommend having this one over any other version just because they look like insanely good. But Ghost Mourner definitely got bought up quite a bit for the secret rares. And I think this is honestly one of the most underrated cards for the format. I just prefer over Effect Failure, honestly, because there's not really too many normal summon monsters that I'm worried about negating. Let's see what the verified seller has these for. The last I checked, it was 28 like a day ago. 22.99. That's not too bad, I guess. These were like 15 to 18 for a while. These never really fell out as much as I thought they would after 3 reprints. But yeah, they seem to be holding somewhat of value. The artwork is really good, though, and the secret foiling looks really good on these cards. All right, what else can we go over? Plutibant. We can go over the Predaplant stuff. Nice. What is the first dead CRV Sidra ulti? What's the full name of that, Human? I don't know what that actually is. We'll look it up. I'd like to see what that's going for. Oh, I didn't mean to click on that. We already looked at this. Predaplant. Someone left a comment for me on my previous videos. They were asking if they should buy into some of the singles from Immortal Destiny, and honestly, I would not do that because it's going to get all those cards are going to get reprinted most likely in Legendary Duel Season 3. But yeah, this super rare for 20. I mean, it says market price 37, but it's probably towards like 25. We'll click into it. That's ridiculous for a super rare. Yeah, $31. Please don't buy that. That's a terrible life decision. If you have them, I would sell them as fast as you can. Predaplant, Chimera, Yugioh. I think this is probably one of the only good investments out of these. But if you are wanting to play the deck, the main deck monsters really aren't too expensive. So if that's what you want to play, I think that's perfectly fine. Hopefully they'll reprint this summer in Legendary Duel Season 3 because you should not be spending $30+ on a super rare. Cyber Dragon. Okay. Let's see you. Yeah, this is ridiculous. Don't I don't know if you're thinking about buying that Thatch, but I would stay away from that. Let's look at all Cyber Dragon stuff, honestly. These are still going for quite a bit of money. Which one did you get, He-Man? Did you get the original or did you get the reprint ulti? He got the Cybernetic Revolution. I see CRV now. Sorry, I missed that. Oof. Yeah, these are going to be quite expensive. I wonder what the German looks like. It's unlimited, though. That does look pretty cool, honestly. Not for, I mean, I wouldn't spend $650 on an unlim, though. At that point, I would, if I was going to get an unlim, at that point, I would just get the reprint, probably. Yeah, so you can get a lightly played first edition for $650. That's not terrible. That's expensive, but then let's see if there's any even near mints on the market. So you jump up to 1,150. Near mint, $1,230. That's crazy. Go back out. Looks like this is going for around 100 to 115 flat. That's not too bad. Yeah, so it's kind of like you could get 2 play sets of this or get 1 unlim or light play of this. Honestly, I probably would have the light play first edition, but that's not a bad way to go either. Yeah, all these cards are worth quite a bit of money. Cyber Dark Dragon is bought out. That's, I guess, the Cyber Dark and the structure deck. That makes sense. These are lower than Cyber Dragon, though, even though there's fewer listings. There's 10 Cyber Dragon players, human, in your town. That's crazy. I don't really know that many Cyber Dragon players. Going along with this, though, let's look at trying to think of what the card is called. The Searcher for. I have it in my binder. Let me pull it out real quick, or just let me flip to it so I can remember what the name is. Cyber Emergency. That's it. I want to see what the those are going for now. Looks like secret rares, probably unlims are like towards 11 or 12. Near mint is 15, or lightly played. Sorry, first edition is 15.68, and near mint's a little under $16. That's pretty good. Honestly, I feel like high rarity Cyber Dragon is one of the most expensive decks you can play, but it's you can still definitely top with Cyber Dragon for sure. Thatcher, are you from a smaller town? I feel like if you're in a small town, it would be almost impossible to meet another Yu-Gi-Oh player. There's not a whole lot of us in big cities. Let's see. I kind of want to see what the Albat Strike structure decks are going for. I think last I checked, they were going for 17. I really want to get the structure decks, but I'm going to try to go get them from Target first, or like Walmart or somewhere, and try to get them for retail. You can get them for 17, which is not terrible. I know I think on Yugioh Daily, they have them. You can get a set of 3 structure decks for $45, which is not a bad way to go. And then we'll look at Ghosts from the Past as well. $80, so it's starting to move up a little bit because last time I checked it was $75. Yeah, and this is going to bottom out towards almost $100. This is probably not a bad thing to go start picking up. If you will, or at least if you want to open this set, I would probably do it. Probably just go ahead and pull the trigger and pre-order a display. You can get the boxes for 19, it looks like. These look like they're pretty bought up too. What makes me a little nervous about buying individual boxes is that not that people would like weigh these, because I don't think you really can. I mean, you'd have to have a really sensitive scale, but I think and I don't know, because every card is also hollow, so I don't know if that works. I don't know if a Ghost Rare is more, if it's heavier than a regular hollow, but One thing you can do is order a case and start opening, and then when you pull a ghost rare, you just list the rest of the boxes out of that case for sale instead of like continue to open them if you know you've already gotten the ghost rare out of that case. So that's why I'm like pretty nervous to like just order these singly. Like I don't really have a problem with like going into Target and buying single boxes because someone would have like you can't like start do the same thing really. Y'all can give me a few other cards to go over, and then we'll call it a day. I appreciate y'all showing up for this like test run. I think there are 2 scheduled ones at 6:30, but this is gonna just end up being this stream. I just really wanted like a test run, and then hopefully next time it'll go a lot smoother now that I kind of know what to do. It's definitely a lot more complicated than it should be. You're from Kansas, or Kansas City's in Oklahoma. Correct. That's 76,000 people is not 76,000 people is not really that small, actually. One thing I do want to look though is if we just go best selling in Yugioh, or let's just go Yugioh, and then we'll look up best selling to kind of see what is moving. Yeah, so Ghosts from the Past displays are definitely selling the fastest. I still don't think Battle of Chaos is really worth it to open. I mean, like, you're probably only going to get one of the Chase Secret Rares. If you're lucky, I didn't get either. And it's still not going to pay for the box if you pull it. Prosperities. I saw a couple of these listed for 115. There's one right there. And this bottoms out towards 130. So, I mean, that's a decently priced copy. Yeah, like I said, I think these are going to continue to sell pretty quickly. Look at, I think, did we look at Baronet of Flora yet? We did last night. That is a hell of a deal right here if you need one for $90. Because after that, it's going to go towards 110, 105. Yeah, so you're basically getting a $15 discount if you need a copy. Phoenix Enforcer getting lower on copies as well. And yeah, Burst of Destiny, honestly, is probably a good box to sit on, especially when they were like towards 65. But even 70 is really not bad at all either. Magician's Souls is not surprising. Honestly, I think you could probably still play the Illusion of Chaos Magician's Souls build like with a some sort of like branded build, kind of like based, but maybe not 60 card, but just play like branded the Illusion of Chaos Magician Soul package plus your adventure build or adventure engine. Yeah, Dynamorphia is like the domain is down quite a bit from like when it was released. I think when it was released, it was like $15, but I think it did bottom out towards like a little above, like maybe like $5 to $6, but it's starting to move back up. I think things will move up a little bit when we get the new set with the support that deck needs, but it won't do anything crazy, I wouldn't think, not unless like the deck has some like competitive tops. Did y'all want to go over any other cards before I start wrapping up? I'll give you like a couple of minutes. Let's see, is there anything else selling? Yeah, see, these are moving decently. I don't know what decks are playing Small World right now, honestly. Maybe like some sort of Eldlik build that's playing like a Synchro or a DPE engine. I don't know. I think actually Base does play this at 3. That's right. The Lightning Storm Ultra Rares are finally down to 49. Honestly, if you're not playing them though, I still wouldn't pick up any Lightning Storms, except for maybe the Starlight Rare if you like want to get that, because it's not going to get too much affected by a reprint. But when we get another reprint, I think things are going to get a lot more affordable. Why are the original Ghosts from the Past still selling for 122? People must be screwing up and accidentally buying this. Let's look at extras too, and then I'll check to see if there's any cards I want to go over. But yeah, this looks like it spiked down with the pre-sales. These are going for $750. That's really not too bad. And then let's look and see what the secret rare is. I don't think the secret rare will get hit too hard, or the prismatic. The original print definitely won't get hit hard by a reprint. These are down to 14. I would expect these to get down to like maybe $11.50, $12. But I don't think you're going to see like this go to like, like under 10. But who knows? We'll see. I think that the structure.com ones will probably end up being like $3.50, maybe $4. Jocko and Calderon, Fusion Deployment. Yeah, I can look over that. I apologize if I mispronounced your name, by the way. Let's see. I think probably you'd want the secret rares because those look really good. Yeah, I didn't even think about this card, but this is an interesting tech choice for branded. 30 cents going up to 50 cents, bottoming out towards 75 cents. Yeah, that's honestly, these are moving because this bottomed out towards 34 cents not long, like, a couple months ago. And market price is now sitting at 76 cents. The originals we can look at too. These are going for around $1. Either version's fine. Honestly, I guess it is Eternity Code, but I would still rather just play the Secret Rare because I think the Secret Rares look a lot better. Yeah, if you're wanting to play like a fusion deck with that's kind of focused on Albaz and branded, like Fusion Deployment is probably not a bad option. Trying to think, what are the cards would y'all want to go over? I'm pretty tired from work, so my brain's not working too well. I guess we can look at Dark Roller too, because that's getting reprinted as well. I feel like no matter how many times they reprint it, though, it's just always going to be like at least a $4 to $5 card. Secret rares like $12. I think this is like I would rather just spend twice, like instead of picking up the commons for $5, just spend the 10 and get the nicer version. I was hoping they would do it as like a super rare in the structure deck, but they're just gonna give us another common. Dark Ruler probably won't be good though, honestly, against Elbaz. So I don't know if many people are going to be playing it. Brian, I can do Chaos Base and Ultimate Legionnaire. If you mean Ultimate Rare Legionnaire, which I think that's what you mean. So the collector's rare is bought out. If you didn't know, I think I showed this in a market watch like a few days ago. But unlims are 165, which is crazy, and the first editions are 180, going up to 190. I think this will calm down. Like I wouldn't recommend to purchase at that price. I think the super rares are fine because they were going for around 17 and they've calmed down quite a bit, back down towards like $12 to $13. That's actually mine right there. I have listed, but they go back up towards like 13 to 14. Yeah, Chaos Space is a great card. I'm a little worried that this might be a card that they would include in Ghosts from the Past. If not, like the only other place I could see it getting reprinted is Maximum Gold, like in the late fall, like I guess November probably. But yeah, I figured I would start like offloading mine slowly until Ghosts from the Past, like the full spoiler comes out. If this isn't on there, then I'll just buy mine back. Because if this does get reprinted, this will go down, quite a bit, probably at least by half. All right. I guess we'll go ahead and wrap up here. We'll probably do another live stream next week. Starting a new project tomorrow at work, so I probably won't be doing another live stream this week. But I wanted to get on and do one this week and try to figure it out for the future. But I think we've got things about figured out. So yeah, look forward to doing more. And then I probably still will have my market watches going out, and I think I have a deck profile for Eldlick coming out today as well that I already filmed. But thanks for joining, and like the video if you enjoyed. But you definitely don't have to if you don't want to, and feel free to subscribe for deck profiles and market watches going forward. But I will see y'all later.